Namaste, my beautiful queens. So today we will continue talking about Devil 15th Arcana. A lot of tarot readers who know me, and I even mention it in my description of the Fool on blog, that it's your favorite, or your favorite, that favorite guy of yours. And you of course already saw my previous post, which is a text post here on Patreon, where I have described you my meeting and conversation with the devil. Of course, it's not like I love him so much, but there is so much to this card. And if you did not read my text, which I've described this arcana in previous post, please read that text, because that text is phenomenal. I wrote it, but it's phenomenal. So I will talk about 15th Arcana, because 15th Arcana is 777 levels and layers of shadows, and it's such a mix of shadows, half shades and lights, and dark and shadow, the shadow which brings you into something very important in yourself. So I will, of course, now let me put it a little bit closer so I can do this. 15th Arcana, of course, the genius Ciro Marchetti. It's not how actually devil more accurately you can see him in here. What do I mean more accurately? Because you see, devil is portrayed on the card as someone terrifying. The thing is that devil possesses the power of enchantment, more enchantment than the terror, because if this energy of this card would bring to a woman terror, she would probably run away if she saw someone like this. But if she saw someone like this, then most possibly it's gonna be enchantment. So in this video I will start with love relationship of this card, and probably I will be talking the full 30 minutes. First of all, of course, 15th Arcana, of course, a fallen angel, of course, temptation. There is a very interesting name of this card, which is similar to this Star Wars, the dark side of the power. We all have, like Ram Dass said, we all have all angels and all demons in us, connected with number 15 obviously, and 26. The zodiac wise, this is Capricorn. This is astrologically, astrology. This is Pluto as the again dark side of the force. But also this card has a name, Fatum, means his energy comes when you have done something in the past lives, or in this life, usually in the past life, which caused this situation to happen. I mean, he doesn't come too good, I'm a good girl, I am. It's a Fatum. And also this is a card of Lilith, the female dark side of the power, but I believe it's Tarot of Manor, which I don't have. The deck has actually on a card of the devil, it has a female. So of course you can see on both of them chain which chains to each other a man and a woman, and you see that right here they are connected with this red thread. And in Chiromarchetti you see that all the symbols devil holds, they are upside down cup, upside down sword, and even upside down pentacle, and a wand. So brings your world upside down. So what it means, of course, it is a very, 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 very strong magnetic pull. It's a passion which just makes your mind blurry. Of course, because we see a man and a woman here, it is there. A card connected first of all with relationship, and first of all, on the most of the cases, this card comes with any relationship related question which holds infidelity, a temptation to go into an affair, for example, with a husband of your best friend, or with a boyfriend of your best friend, or outside of your marriage. It's a third party, fourth party, whatever. The thing is that you have to understand, a devil does not come too weak. Okay, this is why I love him so much. It's this coming as test. If you remember the Lord of the Ring, that even this queen of elves, I think her name was Galadriel or something like this, even she was tempted by the ring of all power. You see that moment when she becomes such a kind of like a beastie creature, and she says, I would be the most beautiful queen. It's a test. It's a test which does not come too weak. Such pull doesn't come too weak. So of course, this card first of all portrays the situation in which you have lost your head because of someone. But not just you lost your head. The problem is, of course, this is the devil playing with you. So you need to, not only you lose your head, very often I saw very, very pure souls, very bright and pure, falling into the shadow because the pull was so strong. It's like, hell with it, I just gonna go for it. You think I have not been in the eye? Why do you think I know this card so well? Been there, okay? Been there. So it's right here. You are in with this man, and you literally, because you are in one room with this man, you can't even think. You don't remember what your name is, what season it is, what date it is, what is happening. You think that you absolutely you can't think, you can't rationalize, you lose yourself. This is what is very serious and very dangerous in relationship which is brought to you by a devil. You lose your very essence, not just your head. Your very essence, and your essence is connected with your consciousness, with your consciousness, with your soul, with your moral principles, your high level principles. Everything what makes you on the higher level of who you are. And devil comes, and it's simply you can't, but it's so hard to fight. That's why they are chained to each other. And part of you screams, run away, run away, run away, run away, just run away. And part of you thinks just one, like in that song, one night with you, you know, and I don't care if I'm gonna die tomorrow, but one night with you is worth of living. Or for the moment, like, no, for the moment like this, some people wait till life. All this, you see, he brings out in you such sensation that you can feel your each cell. It's very complicated, but if you manage to come out through the shadow, then you become like I happen to to manage to hopefully I did. It's this shadow. It brings you to face, first of all, not this man, your own shadow. Do you have enough light in yourself to stand through these shadows? Of course, it's a fatum passion. It's a true shadow. It's a dark side. It's temptation. He tempts. He brings this primitive energy, which makes you forget everything. Of course, it's this charm, and it is also passion, and it's a shadow, and it's terrifying. It's everything I have described you in a video. What is adrenaline, endorphin dependency? Because when you are in front of a man like a devil, what happens is your entire system becomes alerted, and your adrenaline spikes up to the sky. And then adrenaline makes you alerted. It's a survival mode. It puts you into the mode fight, freeze, or run. And you don't fight, you don't freeze, you don't run. So your system have to bring down an adrenaline, and it produces endorphins. Endorphins are opiates. It's a narcotic which produced with your own body. So it's only produced when you are in front of a man like this, like a devil. And then you become hooked on this man like on a drug. This is one of the reasons why it's so hard to get away from devil. Losing yourself is the scariest thing of all. Losing yourself is scary, but more scary is not to try to get yourself back. So of course, all the toxic relationship, when a partner abuses, devalues, humiliates this woman, but she stays because she needs a dose, because every time she's near him, every time she sees him, every time he's there, it's this adrenaline, endorphin, and she gets her dose, and she stays with a devil pretty much. Of course, this is the someone who can seduce a non-rock, but this is also, of course, a card which tells you this is deceit, just like a moon card. This is deceit, and this is that, unfortunately, the cage. You know, you are walking towards the edge of a cliff. You are walking into the prison. This is a deceit. Relationship connected with devil, unfortunately, always have a very destroying, destructive consequences, very destroying and very destructive, because this is exactly what creates psycho-emotional, physical, emotional dependency. You become dependent, and no matter what he does, you just put up with everything until, of course, you reach your very rock bottom. And then when you do reach your very rock bottom, you can only go up. So it's a really tough tough lesson. But of course it's emotional dependency. Of course this brings emotional dependency, and it's it's everything about my scary videos. It's all the manipulation, it's all this blackmail, it's all this emotionally dependency and physical dependency. It's like the shadowy, the dark side of the force. It's when you have fear before your own self. You start to be afraid of you, not just of him. It's also suppressing this kind of relationship means that man suppresses someone, or it's a woman suppresses someone, controls someone, threatens someone, destroying someone. If it's a partner and you are asking who am I dealing with and what are this relationship all about, of course obviously this is very dangerous, because this is a tyranny, and this is the don't expect mercy from devil. He threatens, he destroys, I already said. And of course 15th arcana comes with all kinds of weird sexual desires and weird sexual passions, like a man who wants all kind of strange things which you find not appropriate, but you can agree to them because you want to stay with him, because you're dependent on him. So of course this is very negative in relationship card, and in any situation, these are toxic and destructive and self-destructive relationship. It can be also the obsession, when someone is obsessed with someone. It can be also connected with physical and emotional abuse. It's jealousy, it's control, it's manipulation, of course, and also this card is connected with losing of honor. So the women who get into relationship which shown by this card, they they lose families. It's like you become a drug addict. They lose families, family members turn away from them. I saw a woman who lost her children, lost her family, lost her friends, lost everyone, and she wouldn't stop. So of course this can be a very serious danger here. Also the devil always at the end brings deceit, brings pain, and brings suffering. And but to be honest with you, they will be you before devil and you after devil. So it's a karmic card, and this card, someone who finds the power to get away, to break the chains here. And every card we see with the devil, to break the chains and become free, that is tremendous power you find after the hell, Yes, it's an experience, but at the same time, of course, this is an experience which it's better to avoid. So if you for example met someone online, or you met someone recently, and you feel something like your intuition is screaming, don't do this, but pull out the card and see, what I can expect from this man, or who am I dealing with, or how our relationship can be developing, and you see this card, holy moly, run as fast as you can, because when you get into such relationship, you will for sure destroy your principles. If you consider married man is non-existent man, you look through them and you fall into such relationship you get with a married man, you go against yourself. This card, the energy of devil, makes you go against, I don't talk social rules here, no. You go against your very self, and when you go against your very self, you betray yourself, and this is the scariest one. So of course, after you have already done it, comes terrible feel of wrong and guilt. This is also the lesson of the 15 Arcana. Comes terrible feel of guilt. Again, it's a karmic card. Again, 99% of time such relationship came as karmic lesson, or to get back the karmically created debt by you, or by that man, or by both of you. The devil, Lilith, of course, again, I'm repeating, has a meaning of fatum, of destiny. And devil talks about, you see, again, I wrote about this because people forget, and tarot readers forget, that devil does not come by his own will. Devil comes into life of people who created the situation themselves because of their choices. So this situation repeats itself in this life. So it's not like he's evil creature which is expecting for attacking someone. No, this card, this energy of a devil, comes when people have created this with their own actions in the past. So of course these people, these souls are familiar with each other and they recognize each other. This is another reason why this pull is so strong, because they have already been knowing each other, probably loved each other or hated each other. Maybe she loved him but found him with a woman in bed and she killed him, and now they met again. It's love and it's hate. It's what in the past can bring energy of a devil in the past incarnation. Murderer, you've killed him because of jealousy, or he killed you. There was a hate between you. There was love, and then there was hate. There was a rape, or, believe it or not, unfulfilled promises. He promised you, you waited, he didn't do it, you die in this life, he comes to make things right, or you promised. You swore him something, you didn't keep it. He swore to you, he didn't keep it. The black magic in the past lives always comes as a devil card in this life. So they come to each other's life to, as salt on the old wounds. So also why it's so hard to fight instincts. It's a very, the thing is that what comes to sex, there is a card which from, let me show it to you so you understand. No other deck shows it as well as devil card in the Wheel of the Year. You see this man and woman embraced, and the rose thorns are getting into them and scratching them. It's this pleasure connected with pain. pain connected with pleasure. So the thing is that sexual pull, and whenever they are becoming one, when they, because this is not love making, this is sex. Love is a little different, but it's such a passion, it's which is comparable with anything else. It's a woman feels with this man such things which she would never even she could never imagine that she's capable of feeling, and same with a man. So they both can understand, or your client or you yourself, you can understand that you are stuck in something what is really dangerous, but you need to get out, but you become obsessed. Then you are ready to do anything and everything, whatever possible, to keep this partner in your life. And he could do the same with you depending on a situation and the cards next to it. So one partner, usually if you're looking at the man and you see this card and you see this card, usually if it's we are looking one partner, then it means that this partner manipulates you. Of course, it's someone is manipulated you, someone is enjoying his power over you, someone is playing with you like cat with a mouse, and it does it absolutely consciously. Of course, all kinds of manipulation, manipulators, narcissist, psychopathic narcissist, of course it's all connected with this card. It's that love hate, but it's not love how it's supposed to be. It's a hate, and it's of course obsession. It's uncontrollable pull, and of course it's like it's when you want to get rid of this man. You want this man to be, of course, if you are a man, a woman, if you want this man to be out of your life, you want to forget about him, you don't want to think about him, you don't want to have everything below your belly button burning hot, you want him to just disappear, so you stop this agony, and at the same time you are terrified to lose him, because there is no freedom, of course there is no joy, of course there is no wings behind your back. Of course this is really very, very harsh relationship type of relationship. Of course it's a torture, it's this torture. It's I cannot fight with it, but I shouldn't be doing this because this is wrong, I'm losing myself, but you can't stop, it's dangerous, you know you are being destroyed and you're destroying yourself, but you still keep on going and going and going into it. Of course you got to be strong to come out of it. You have to have strong will, you have to have very strong core, very strong soul, very strong light of your soul. So you need to understand that no, I am in terrible, my hands are tied, I'm in prison, I cannot do this. So when you come out usually from this obsession, from this passion, from this magnetism, from this insanity, from this slavery, because this is you're being a slave of someone, of course it's you become much stronger after such experience. But it's hard. I can tell you there is a very interesting meaning of the devil when people are stuck together because of something. For example, people hate each other. They just can't stand each other. They just wish they were on the different parts of the world, but they must stay together because of because of the reputation. I had seen devil when two people actually divorced. They've been married like 20 something years. They divorced 4 or 5 years ago, and because of his reputation in political, something connected with politics, the team which worked with him convinced him not to proclaim their divorce. So it's like, they can't stand each other, but in order to look good before the face of the voters, they change to each other. Sometimes devil can show such things that people want to be apart, they just don't want to be together, but they are stuck together and have to just live day after day in this torturous togetherness. So usually they have a big house, and never see each other because they don't want to see each other. Of course, this is a devil. You see, like, this is like I was talking 30 minutes. Just love relationship connected with the card of the devil. But I hope now you do understand this card much better. So of course, I in my printed text I explain, Lucifer, what is Lucy, light, Pharaoh, carrier of the light, fallen angel, who wanted people to use willpower. He wanted to give people knowledge of good and bad, so people make their own choices, whether they want to choose good or they choose bad. This was that Lucifer was punished. It's just same legend, mirroring legend of Prometheus, when he stole fire and brought them to people, and Zeus punished him horrifically, so he tied him to the rock mountain, and every night the eagle came and ate his liver, and every day it grew back. So it's a punishment for bringing light to people, fire to people, because fire gave people a lot of freedom and a lot of advantages, so they started to be less dependent from gods of Olympus. Same with Lucifer, knowledge. He wanted people to have knowledge of good and bad, so people choose themselves, and by choosing good, they're growing spiritually. By choosing bad, they make a step back. But everything is a lesson, everything is experience, everything comes for a reason. This, my beautiful queens, everything about devil in love and relationship. Next video I will try to do in general meanings what this card means. Namaste.